Hello crafty friends and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be working, I'm going to be working in the Christmas mini album for the Sweet Pea Papers Crafty Christmas in July. Now this collaboration runs from the 1st of this month to the 31st. We've got over 25 collaborators, over 100 videos, and if you comment, like, and subscribe, I think is the requirements to be entered into the drawing, which will take place on August 1st. So that's what we're doing today. Now, I don't think the last time I had the cover decorated, so that's what the cover looks like so far. I might have, but I'm not quite sure if I did or not. And me not even really just paying attention or anything, I just started bebopping and started decorating the pages and everything, and then it just dawned on me, you gotta film it. So the first few pages are already done. So I've got my inside cover page right there. Here's the first page. This is the front of it. It flips open and there's going to be a photo right here. And then here on the back, there's going to be a spot for journaling for this photo. And then I'm going to make a photo mat and put right here behind the belly band, and it's going to be on the front of it. I'm going to be able to put a photo, and on the back of it, I'm going to have journaling space like this. So that's the front of page 1. Flip over to page 2, and this was a piece of ephemera that I made. Let's see, guys, off here to the right. My desk is a hot mess, but it'll be okay. Need my bone folder, thank you. So this has a pocket right here that I can add whatever I want to the back of it. And this was just a die cut. And can I access my die cuts real quick? Yes, I can. Let me see. Yes, it was this die cut right here. Just get it put back together. But it has the base, which is the frame, and then this top piece, which creates 3 pockets, and then on the front of the bottom pocket it has this label thing. And I used a lot of the die cuts that I haven't used before in this journal. So as you can see, the base is green. This right here has the slots where you got a pocket here, there's a pocket here, and then this pocket right here. And it says, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." And then I took some of the mini small tiny snowflakes and I put a little gem in the center of each one to make it look like brads. And then I have these two, which are from the kit. On the back here you can use for journaling, and then on the back of this one I'm going to put a small photo. And right here I took some of my die cuts and I just did glossy accents on top of the berries to give it a little bit more pop. So this one will go back here in the back. If I can get it to go in the pocket. I'll fuss with that later. But yeah, this one's going to go in this back pocket, and then this one's going to go in the front pocket. It may go in there easier since I have that in there now. There we go. So yeah, this one will go in the back pocket like so. And then this has got my boards all which way. This you can lift up. And I just put Velcro dots, and this I don't mind. I mean, it'll, if I if I have a taller photo, I can use that right there, and I can come back in and add some of the decorative papers down here. But this is going to be a spot for a photo mat, and then this flips down and it's for journaling. So each, like the front of page 1 and we'll have a spot for 2 photos with 2 journaling spots. The back of page 1 has a spot for 2 photos, 2 journaling spots. Each page is like that. For the front has 2 and the back has 2. And then got this gorgeous little guy here. I love this hedgehog. No. Yeah, it's a hedgehog. I think it's a hedgehog anyway. And then you flip this down. Now this is a double flip. So I've got a spot for journaling here, a spot for journaling here. And if you look, this back one is a little bit shorter than the front one. And then this right here will be a spot for adding a photo. And then I'm going to come in here. And I love this cardinal page. But here, because the page is just a little too short, and I wanted to mask that, but I wanted to be able to use this page but not cover these up. So this piece of lace right here, I'm actually going to make a photo mat and tuck it up under there. So I've got the decorative part of the page, but also I can utilize the space. And on this one, this is just a little bit of white twine with a gold thread run through it. It opens up, and on the back here I've got a spot for journaling. I've got a spot for journaling here. This flips down and I can add a photo here and a larger photo here. And I am going to come back in and decorate these pages as well with the fussy cuts, but I wanted to, I want to just include the fussy cuts in. I'm just going to put them in like a pocket or an envelope or something and add them inside the journal. And then when I start my December daily, when I start my December daily, I will have the fussy cuts available, and I can decorate the pages more once I've added my photos or the memories. Like here in my town, they do like an ice skating ring every winter, and it opens up Thanksgiving night. And they also have like the tree lighting ceremony, and you get tickets to that. And to those little spots like that, I can add the tickets and stuff too. Now, on this one right here is when I realized, hey, I need to be filming this. So, I've already attached these two little flip out envelope, little flip out pockets to the base, to the page already. And this was going to be, those were page 1 and 2, and this is going to be page 3. So, all this is it's book page that I have. On the front of this one, I've added just stamping to a piece of the lace, and then I used one of the Christmas stamps and made a label. It's the most wonderful time of year. And then on this one is an actual piece of napkin that I used to decoupage with, and they both have tags in the pockets. I haven't added any ribbon or anything to them yet. I wasn't sure on this page if I was going to add any ribbon to it. I'm not sure yet. But on the backs of these, I'm going to use one of these for adding a photo or memories, and then this one right here I'm going to use for journaling. But here's where we're going to start. So I haven't done any measurements on this, guys, because this one I did alter from the original one that I saw on YouTube. So this piece is going to go right here. And then this piece I can come in, and if I wanted to later add like a pocket or a belly band or something like that to it, or just leave it blank just for decoration. And with this one right here, I'm only putting just a little bit in the center, but I am making sure that my edges, that the glue is on the edges really good. And as I'm doing this, other than getting covered in glue, I'm making sure that there's about a 1/16. Let me see if I can lift this. Yeah, you see here between the decorative paper and then the base, there's like a 1/16 of an inch. Roughly anywhere between a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch. So, but there's that one, and we're gonna, the way it's gonna lay is this back one will go down first, and then the front one, so that you see this gorgeous stamped image. And this stamped image is from, let's pull my stamps out. The stamped image is from, sorry about the glare, I'm trying not to get the glare, but this image right here, I just like centered the stamp over the top of the book page. So we're gonna slide this to the side so that I can flip this out. So this, the front of page 3 is gonna have, it has a slim flip out here. It has a larger flip out here with these two flip out pockets. So on the back of this one, I wanted more journaling space. So I went through my stash and I pulled out some coffee dyed paper. Now on these, because these did, some of them did like get crinkles and wrinkles in them, which I'm not too worried about that. On this one, I am going to, on these, I'm going to use my Uhu stick on instead of the art glitter glue. So, but I am having a blast making the mini albums, guys. I've been like soaking it all up like a sponge. Whoops. Soaking it all up like a sponge, going through and watching various videos about on how to make different size ones and ones with, you know, different layouts and stuff like that. And I did not realize just how big. I mean, I've heard about the, you know, like the mini album community, but I didn't realize exactly just how big the community actually was until I started really getting in depth and looking at it. But I got my map all crooked, and I've got my map because I work on a glass top table and I didn't want to blind you with my, because I have my light right here. So, but that's how the back of that page is going to look. And then now here to the front of the little bitty mini flap, I cut a piece of paper using out of the snow globe one, and that's going to go here. And then my coffee dyed is going to go on the back here. And then for this one right here, I am going to use the snowflake background page. I'm going to center it right here so that, again, if I wanted to come back and add a pocket or put some memorabilia or something right there, I could, because it's just a decorative background page. And I wouldn't be losing any of the decorative pages, you know, the images that I love in this kit. And this kit is available in my Ko-fi shop currently right now. I will make sure I put the link to it in the description box below. I forgot to do that in my last one, but it's okay. So just get this one down, trying to make sure that there's the borders are along the edges, trying to make sure that they're as even as possible. And then we're going to flip it back here to this page and put our coffee dyed. But I'm doing a mini album for this collaboration. I'm doing a collaboration, I'm participating in a collaboration with the wonderful Esther from the Trucking Scribe here on YouTube. Hers is the Jesus in July. So I'm participating in that collaboration. I'm also participating in the collaboration, the Summer Simples collaboration that's being hosted by Rach from Rach and Bella Crafts and Angela from Angela Kerr Designs. Now we're gonna put this one right here. So that's 3. I'm planning on making a mini album for that one as an idea book, just to store all the wonderful ephemera and stuff that people are making in that collaboration. But I haven't started on it yet. So that one is in the works. And I think that's currently the only ones that I am currently participating in right now. I've been a little bit more off than I could chew this month, guys. But I'm having a blast doing it. And I'm trying not to get behind between work and this and family life. It's a little difficult, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. So, but there's that one. So, this one closes over like this. This one closes over like this. And then you've got this one and this one. Now, I'm not going to put any closures on this one because when I close the book... Oh, I forgot to tell you also that the base pages open up, and I'm going to put large photo mats in there as well. But yeah, when you close the book, the pressure of like the book with the ribbon closure will keep it closed. So I'm not too worried about that one. Now we're going to flip over to the back of page 3, and this was a genius idea. I think her name is Nicole. She came up with this one now, and I will admit that when I put this one down, it went crooked. And I didn't realize it till after it already dried, and I tried pulling it back up, and it started to rip the page, and I'm like, no. But yeah, you've got the base page here, and then this one flips over, and it's a little bit smaller. And then this one flips over that, and it's a little bit smaller as well. So, I love this idea. Because you can put the larger photos if you want on it. Or you have a larger journaling spot if you want. So, for this front one, I'm going to use this piece from the kit. I'm going to add her to right here. Now, I wanted something to cover up the little hinge here. So, I cut 2 small pieces from one of the background pages, and I'm going to put one on the front and one on the back. And on the back, we are going to have another spot for journaling. So, for now, I'm going to go ahead and add this one. But if you didn't watch my first video, this is going to be a December daily for me. And usually with my December dailies, I do journal, because I do both the albums and journals. And I have discovered when doing the journals that I add more photos and memorabilia, like the tickets that I talked about earlier. I also use it to, now on this piece right here, I'm going to butt it all the way up to the edge of the page, the edge of this page right here. So that you still get some border right here, but you got the border right there as well. So, but I use it for more of those types of things and not journaling necessarily. I do journal some in them, yes. Another piece of the coffee dyed paper, and this one I'm going to put down with my glue stick. But I don't journal that much. I'll write a few things here and there. So that's why, I mean, I had the journaling spots that you see me put in, they're not large. None of the journaling spots in this are large, because I don't, other than just a few words here and there, or a few sentences, I don't really journal. My December dailies are more, I guess you would consider scrapbooking, I guess. Because I like to, you know, take pictures of the memories and stuff like that. Versus, or like if it's a Christmas card or something like that, I'll just add it to it instead. And, you know, there's no need to write about that because, you know, you've got everything you need to know about it in the Christmas card, you know, if I'm making any sense. And then on this one, now you're going to want to, on this one, you're going to want to kind of like center it. Like that. Because there's not really an edge to butt it up against. So, there. Well, you see how it just adds just a little extra? And now, this bowing right here, I'm not worried about because, again, when I close it up, the pressure will flatten it out. And it's just simply bowing because I used a glue stick on the back to add it. Now, we're going to go to the front of this flap. And we're going to add this. Now, yes, this one, when I was gathering everything together, I accidentally spilled a little bit of water on that. But I'm going to fix it, and there is a way to fix it. I'm going to use one of my snowflakes, and the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to pull this snowflake down here. Now, I'm going to pull it more towards the bottom of the page and just put glue here, here, and here, because this right here I'm going to have a photo slide down behind it. So it gives a little bit of decoration to the page, but it also pretty much covers that boo-boo up. I was gathering, I had everything sitting in front of me, and I picked up my drink, and apparently the cup was sweating a lot, and so it dripped on the page. I wanted to cry, but I did not. I came up with a solution. So now on this one, when I cut it, I was a little bit off, so the border around is going to be more like, you see, it's more like an 1/8 of an inch instead of a 1/16 of an inch. That's why I said it's going to be roughly 1/8 to 1/16 of an inch. So, I mean, which I'm okay with. I'm more bothered about this than I am the border going around. So, sorry guys, I gotta get something to drink. But, sorry. So, yeah. When I put this down, I mean, you're still going to be able to see it just a little bit, but the photo will cover up the rest of it. And I'm just going to put it, I'm going to lean it more towards that way, I think. Yes, I'm going to put glue here, here, and here, leaving this one with no glue so that the corner of the photo can slide up under it. And I need my tweezers for this for more precision placement. So let me see again. So yeah, here, here, and here. If I can get my bottle to cooperate. And just not a whole lot. You just want a little bit. Alrighty. And making sure. Well, I gotta flip it back over and see which one's okay. So that one. I lost my glue placement. So yeah, like that. Voila. And you can still slide the photo up under here. You see how my tweezers are sticking out there? But it does cover up a majority of that. So, and then on the back of this, I'm going to do another piece of coffee dyed paper. Whoops, first things first. For the little piece here, I do have more of that red gingham. So I'm going to add that to it, and I'm going to use my tweezers again because these are even smaller pieces than the ones on the other page, on the other flap. Add a little glue, and then same thing. I want to butt it up. There we go. So that you got the border here, and you got just a little bit of a border right there. Now flip it over to the back of the page, and I probably should have put that snowflake on after I put the coffee dyed paper. So we've got another piece of coffee dyed here, and then this is just the rough edge, and I'm actually going to leave that. I mean, later on, if it bothers me, I can come back in with a piece of ribbon or something like that to cover that up. But for now, I'm just going to leave it. So we'll add another piece down there. And that plaid, I can use it for the front of this flap right here that I'm about to cover. I can use it for a photo. I can use it for any little memory piece that I want to add to it. And there. Trying to smooth out any wrinkles if you happen to get any, because I don't want any lumps or bumps, because this is where I'm going to be writing it. And I mean, I'm going to have a little bit of lump and bump here because of the hinge, but that I can deal with. And there's that. And then again, I've got one of these little pieces. Come in and add it again, leaving that space because you're not butting it up against anything. Trying to keep the space even. And there you go. And then now in my center, I'm just going to do a piece of the green gingham. And during the holidays, I love using the gingham. My holiday decor is like a woodland Christmas. You've got the gingham, you've got the burlap, the wooden ornaments. I look for things like rustic. That's the word I'm looking for. It's all rustic, and I love that look. So there we go. And it flips this way. Oh no, excuse me, wrong one. The bigger one flips on top, and then the smaller one here, you got that snowflake just peeking out the bottom down there. And now this is the last page that I'm going to work on today, and this is a piece of ephemera that I made earlier, and it's a shaker card. So now I did learn with making the shaker card You see the snowflakes with the gems on the inside? I wish I hadn't used the gems on them. Well, you can see it better now. You see the ones where it's got the gems on the snowflakes? I wish I had not added the gems because it makes it more difficult to use it as a shaker card, because those, they keep getting caught up under the, this is a, it's the plastic wrapper that one of my stamp sets came in. So, but when you open it up, you've got this pocket, a little journaling card. I can either put a photo on the front of this and journal on the back of this. And all I did with this is the cutout from the shaker window. So, and I just left it. Now I can come back in and I can stamp on it later if I feel like I want to. If not, I'll just leave it. But I've got some of that gorgeous pine cone paper on it, so I can either use this to put a photo on and this to journal on, or turn this into a photo mat. And let's see, that goes in the pocket here. And if I wanted to turn that into a photo mat, I can come in here and journal on the back of this. This is the journaling card for it. So, I mean, the options are endless, whichever one I choose to do. And now this is going to go on the front of this. Now, this, you've got a flip coming up, you've got a flip coming down, and you also have a flip coming this way. So on this one right here, I'm not quite sure if I want to turn this into a pocket or if I just want to leave it to add a photo here and journaling space here. I'm not, well, you can even see this one. I'm not sure if I want to glue it down and do it as a pocket and just do a decorative piece on the front, or do the decorative piece on the front and flip it down and this be journaling space. I'm not sure. So, but for now, I'm gonna put the decorative on the front and leave the back, because I'm not quite sure yet. But our little shaker flip is gonna go right here on the front. And then on either side of it, I've got pieces of that just scrap pieces of the snowflake paper. And one's going to go down here. And one is going to go on this side. Now, before I glue this down, I'm going to put these decorative strips down first. And it doesn't matter if that goes over the top of it a little bit. It's okay. So, but I can't wait to start using this for my December daily, because I've never done a December daily like this before. So this should be interesting to see how it goes. And I'm just going to put this down here, leaving just a little bit of it along the edge. Just a little bit of a border, about 1/16 of an inch going up. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. But if I was debating on starting to make the mini albums to add to the shop. I'm not quite sure. It's not that I don't have the know-how. I mean, because like I said, I am soaking up how into doing these. So we got that border right there. And then this will go down here, making sure that it is even with the tops of those border strips and centered on this flap. Now, this envelope on the back, it will show, but I can come in and I can cover that up later. But I'm going to go ahead and remove my journal card out of it. And I also need to bring this down a little bit. I need to bring this board up though. So I am actually going to lift this up a little bit and line it up like so. And then I'm going to take this flap while holding this down, making sure I keep it centered. Well, or try to keep it centered. Lift up the little shaker card thing, hold it, bring it over to the back, and I want to, let me pull out my pencil. I'm going to draw a line, just faintly, on the back of it, to know that I can't glue past this line right here. So all of this will be unglued, all of this will be glued. But before I do that, let's see. No, I did not have a piece for, I did not have a piece for this because I'm going to put a photo. This is going to be my photo. This right here will be my photo mat. So, for now, I'm just going to flip that back over and apply glue above the line. But, anyway, I'm debating on actually making the mini albums and putting them in the shop. And like I said, it's not that I don't have the know-how, because I do now. It's the fact that whether or not I'm going to be able to have the time to. Alright, so pull you over just a smidge, because with my husband's health problems, or if you're just now watching my channel, my husband is in stage 3 kidney failure. He has a rare genetic autoimmune disease where his body is attacking his kidneys. They're viewing his kidneys as if they were a transplant. So we're going to flip this up, and like I said, this will be a photo mat. Get everything back in my pocket. And so he has a lot of appointments that we do, you know, to keep track of his kidney function and stuff like that. So, and then the journal card just slips right in, and you have the tab on the side, but I've already checked this. When closed, it doesn't stick out. See, you see, it's completely flush on that side. So, but anyway, flipping back over here. So we're going to take this flap and flip it up. That's going to be the spot for our photo mat. For this right here, I'm going to take another piece of that snowflake paper, and I'm just going to mount it right here. But yeah, he had his body's attacking his kidneys, and there's no cure for it. He can't have a transplant because his body is already viewing his natural kidneys as if they were a transplant. So we've already been told that doing a transplant would defeat the purpose, because the moment they took the clamps off to get his body to accept the kidney, his body would automatically reject it, because it's rejecting his own biological kidneys. So it's not going to accept a transplanted kidney. So this one I'm not going to worry about just yet. And then here, yeah, here I'm going to do a photo on the front And then I've got another piece of the coffee dyed paper, and I'm going to do that on this side for journaling. Now, on my paper, you see how it's got the darker side and then the lighter side? Because, I mean, yeah, you've got the dark here, but you see how much darker that makes this look? And I didn't want to go for a too dark look on this. So that's why I flipped it over, and I'm going to be using the lighter side. The lighter side is going to be facing up. So anyway, we have a lot of doctor's appointments with him, and some days he's sick, other days he feels perfectly fine. He has his own service dog. If y'all watched my channel, y'all probably heard her bark and all that. But yeah, she helps him get through the rough days. But I don't know if I would have feasibly be able to commit to making them and selling them in the shop, and then people start ordering or starting wanting to do custom ones and not being able to fulfill the orders because I'm dealing with either work or health problems with him, just everyday things. So, but I'm going to use this piece of the gingham right here. This book's going to be full of gingham, guys, but I am okay with that. No worries. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. Comment below and let me know what you think. You know, I want to do it. I want to do it so bad because I'm enjoying making these. And I've even started going through, and when I've got the time, go ahead and building the bases, because basically you build your base up. You build your cover base, you build your spine, you build your page bases, and then you just come in with scrapbook paper, or I'm using a digital and scrapbook paper. Scrapbook paper is the base. Usually the base of the page is scrapbook paper, and then these flips and flaps and all, and pockets and stuff like that are called your interactive elements, and those are cardstock as well. So, but yeah, so picture. Not sure if this is going to be a pocket or a photo mat. And then you got journaling space here, and then photo mat. So this one flips up. Now if I turn this bottom one into a pocket, you'll have this like this, and then this will come over, and then you'll have the photo right there. And I have got a fly crawling. Sorry guys. It's a fly. And then I've got this that comes down like that, and then this flips up with a pocket, and then a pocket right here as well. So there's a lot of interaction going on this page. So there you go. And fix my mat again. So then we're going to slide this over, and I'm going to go to the back of this page. In this page, you've got this that flips out like that, and then you've got this one that flips to the side, and then this one that flips to the side. So we're going to start on this one right here. This is one of the belly bands from the kit. I've just cut it down to fit right here. And then this is going to go on the back of this page for journaling. So let me get those added down first. But yeah, I've started making like the base to it. And so all I would need to do is come back in and just decide what paper I wanted to use in it. And then just decorate like I am here. You know, make my photo mats and stuff like that. And the reason why I'm not pre-making my photo mats, or you don't already see my photo mats, like, ooh, that page got crinkled from my ring. You know, you're not seeing like the inserts and stuff like that, the photo mat inserts, you don't see me, they're not already made and all that, is because I don't know what size of photos I'm going to be doing just yet. It just depends on how I want to print them. And I mean, this is my December daily, so I don't have those photos. I mean, it's not even got here yet. So I'm just gonna hold off until I can get, you know, until the time comes for me to take the photos and print them off and all that. But there's that journaling space. And I'm going to add a photo here on the back of this one. I think I have this, yeah, because my papers got out of order. So on the back of this one right here, I'm going to add another piece of the coffee dyed paper. So I mean, I've got those already pre-made. So I mean, it wouldn't be too hard, because the thing that takes the longest, I have learned, is building the base. That's what's taken the longest. Like with this one, because I was wanting to do it mini, I wasn't wanting to do a full size. So it took me for this one to get everything cut and measured correctly, and to alter the size to the one that I wanted. It took me about 6 hours because there was a lot of alterations that had to be made. So, but there's the back of that one. And then on this one, I'm going to come in with the little squirrel. I love the little squirrel. And that one's going to go here. And then I'm going to flip it over. And on this back side, let me pull it down. On this back side right here, I'm going to add another piece of coffee dyed paper. And then this right here, I'm leaving blank because I want to come in and add a large photo, or again, a Christmas card or something like that. I want that right there, so that when you know, flip it open, you've got that right there. It's just a little surprise. But yeah, the base is what takes the longest. And it just, now, I will say this. There is a lot of interactive elements to this one. Now, if you do a small one like this without that many, then it won't take you that long. But I wanted those, since I want it to be almost like a journal, and you know, with the journals we make, there's a lot of interactive elements. Well, I wanted to still have that interactive element experience that we get from the junk journals, but in a mini album form. So, in the next video, guys, I gotta find a way to come up with a better lighting situation, because this one is it's looking a little rough. I mean, there's a lot of shadows over on this side, and I think it's because of the way I set my light up. I know it's there's no thinking. I know it's the way I set my light up. So, but yeah, if you don't want that many interactive elements, you don't have to have them, and it won't take you that long to make one. But with me, I was being extra. I will freely admit. Oh, okay, now this one I didn't measure correctly, so I gotta readjust for my edges. There we go. To try to keep them uniform. And there we go. Make sure I'm getting everything smushed down. No wrinkles, but yeah, in there. So this one folds over like that. And then I've got this one. I was actually thinking what I may do, because See how that one is more decorative? Even with the photo here, I think I want to put that one on front instead of the other way around. But yeah. But yeah, you see, dadgummit. My ring keeps catching that. Oof. I can come back in and fix it if I need to, but now you see the flippy flappies? There's all kinds. And on a lot of these I repeated. Yeah, see, these are repeats in the back. So 1 through 4, you got the whole, that's the original, and then I just repeated 5, 6, 7, 8. So like page 1 and page 5, the interactive elements are the same. 2 and 6, it's the same. 3 and 7, it's the same. And 4 and 8, it's the same. So, but yeah, see on this one, I've got this flap in front of this one. So, I'm going to do, I'll do that with this one as well. But, that is everything for today, guys. And, you see, I still have plenty of room for it to expand. Now, this won't really get gator mouth that much. Now, right now, once I get finished decorating it, it won't be really that gator mouth, but once I get done with everything, adding it all to it, it probably will. That's why when I put the ribbon closure, usually on the ribbon closures for like the junk journals, the ribbon, like this part of the ribbon is usually hidden under your inside cover page. But because I knew that this is probably going to bulk up, I set it along the outside so that when it was pulled together, instead of it adding tension to come over the pages, the ribbon, you see what I'm saying? The tension's on the outside and it pulls it over. Now, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do on my back cover. I am going to cover this up. And I still have to do my spine. I don't know what I'm going to do with my spine yet either. So, but, yeah, that's everything for today, guys. I'm loving, I mean, I still have 2 more weeks to finish up in this journal / mini album, but I'm loving how it's turning out so far. But that is everything, guys. Make sure you go over and follow all the participants that are in this wonderful collaboration, and go onto the Facebook groups. There are, I got my page crinkled, whoops. Sweet Pea, the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and the Junk Journal Tutorials Facebook group. And there's also more Facebook groups. I think some of the participants are actually doing the same thing in theirs as well. So, but that is everything, guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful and blessed day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, crafty friends.